So when you look at the tape, what was your evaluation of how the offensive line played?
Not good enough in my opinion. Luckily I think our skill guys stepped up and made big plays for us. We didn't control the line of scrimmage in the run game. That was something I thought we worked really hard on and made progress the first two games, but we just didn't get it done in the game. They did some line movements and games on us, and I think because of it, it hit us early. We lost confidence, and we didn't come off and play fast. And so we didn't do a very good job in the run game. Made us one-dimensional, and as far as pass pro goes, that was just too many times I thought the quarterbacks bailed us out of some situations. Avoiding sacks, getting rid of the ball quick, and things like that. So.
What did you make of Jonah Monheim's performance, and were you planning on playing Jalen that much?
No, I just thought it was one of those things that Jonah it wasn't his day at that day. You know what I'm saying? I thought he played really well versus Stanford. It was his best, one of his better games that he's played. I thought he made a lot of improvement from week 1 to week 2 against Stanford, and then just didn't go out there and perform like he typically does. And we kind of got rolling there when I went Jalen. We kind of got rolling, and it was just one of those things. It just felt like we needed to keep the same lineup intact. Not to kind of break what was going on at the time. And it kind of got hot. We were 45 points in a row and just kind of was like, all right, we need to settle in and play this group right now.
You look pretty animated on the sideline during the game. What do you tell your guys?
Just, it was one of those things we weren't, it just wasn't us. You know what I mean? Nothing that we were doing was us. Nothing that we tried to build or become as far as that group, as far as our culture. We weren't playing hard. We weren't competing. We were making stupid mistakes. All those things started rolling, and it was causing us to really perform bad. And that wasn't us, and it was going to lead to leading our team to getting beat. And so just try to get those guys going. Sometimes you got to be honest with them. Sometimes you got a little fired up and try to motivate them to get out of the funk. And obviously they responded and went out there and played better. Wasn't great, but better.
Why do you think that happened? Was that something specific Washington State did, or?
No, I mean, credit their coaches. They won the line of scrimmage in that aspect. But I think it was more we just didn't have the right mindset going out there. And I thought we played pretty well against Stanford and did some good stuff in that game as a unit. But maybe we read too much of our clippings, or maybe we praised them a little too much, and maybe I didn't push them hard enough in practice, or whatever it may have been. But we didn't come out and play like we should have played in that game.
So do you adjust anything in practice this week?
No, I mean, it's just I think we got to do a better job of holding them more accountable for their effort and finish in practice, because we didn't have that in the game. So maybe it was us as coaches just a little too lax on them in practice last week.
What's your sense of how they came out first couple days of practice?
I thought they were fine. Like I said, I can't tell you enough how great these kids are. They really are. They're unbelievable kids, and they'll do anything you ask them to do. I thought they came out here and battled and competed. This practice was a tough practice, a lot of reps. I thought we got a little tired, but like I said, in the end, that's part of it. You're going to get tired at points in football, and you got to push through. But they were okay today. Obviously, I don't think it was the best day we ever had, but it wasn't worse either.
Going forward, do you evaluate Jonah and Jalen? What's your plan?
Yeah, we're, your hope is to go in game 1 and you got your starting 5, and you know exactly how you want it to be done, and it just hasn't been that way. That's not, it's just part of it, and we got to continue to adjust and go out there and put our 5 best guys that we have at the current moment out there to try to win a game.
I saw Jalen walk off at the end of the practice. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. There's nothing wrong with him. I thought he should have probably pushed through what he had today, but he'll be fine. He'll be out here tomorrow.
Are you guys planning on shuffling the line still?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of based on practice. It's one of those things. We got a couple practices to evaluate and see where we need to go. Try to put our best foot forward on Saturday.
Are there any of those guys, Liam Douglas, or even anyone you guys didn't have in that initial sort of 7 pushing at all at this point? I know it's still kind of early in the season.
I mean, right now I would say it's hard to tell, with the reps that we get. But, you never know. At some point, a kid's going to get an opportunity, and when they put something on tape, you might push to get them more reps moving forward in that way. Right now I feel good about the ones that we're playing. We just got to get the best 5 on the field at the right time and the right lineup. And unfortunately, we hadn't been able to do that yet, And so at some point, we need to get that, hopefully it clicks and we get the right guys, and we'll go forward and kind of get better and progress as we go.
Do you notice a difference between Keaton and Dart as far as pre-snap reads or anything like that?
God, you ask that guy over there. I'm just trying to get him to block the guys so they don't get killed, you know. So, but both those guys are really good. They're really good football players, really talented, and fortunate to have both those guys.
If Jackson's mobility, his ability to get out of the pocket and move that a little bit, does that affect you guys at all?
It helps us a ton. Like I said the other day in the game, I think he got us out of probably another 2 or 3 possible sacks in there that he was able to scramble or move around the pocket and make a play for us. And I think Keaton does a great job too. I think Keaton's more mobile than people give him credit for, and he's done a good job for the most part this season too, is getting us out of some of those as well.